It is time for a visit from the FBI. FBI, open up!
Because lasers are controlled by the Food and Drug Administration,
Okay.
which makes as much sense as you would think it does.
That
Because lasers are
started
controlled by the Food and
interesting.
Drug Administration, you are not allowed to sell lasers to civilians in the United States that have a power greater than, I believe it's 7 milliwatts.
I believe there's a reason for that, because some of those...
Well, yeah, because you'll fucking you'll give someone impromptu laser eye surgery.
You could actually shine them in the sky and mess with aircraft.
Yeah, pro tip,
Okay.
don't fucking point lasers at airplanes. Like, seriously, don't do that.
They don't like that.
You will get in a lot of
Oh my
trouble. Do you want to
God.
hear a really fun story about someone pointing a laser at an airplane while I was in my job training?
I love fun stories.
When I was in my job
I love fun stories. I'm like, that does not sound like a fun story. That sounds like a nightmare.
training at Aberdeen Proving Grounds, that was where the Army used to send everyone for learning small arms repair, was Aberdeen Proving Grounds. And Aberdeen Proving Grounds is where the Army specifically tested out all of its new equipment.
It's where you prove they can be useful.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's called a proving ground. They have these massive tracks there that are like huge hills with like gigantic, it's basically like curbs that you would like park your car in front of, but the curb is like twice as high as a normal one, and they just drive trucks over them at like 45 miles an hour and just absolutely
What the
obliterate
heck?
these things to make sure that they can survive. It's great. It's
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds pretty cool. Like, yeah.
so cool. I really wanted to work at Aberdeen Proving Ground. Like, as soon as I got to Aberdeen Proving Ground and I saw them like doing like weapons testing,
Getting paid to
I was
destroy
like,
things.
fuck, that's what I want to do. And then they sent me to Fort Polk, and I suddenly realized that I hated being in the military, and I didn't want to do this anymore because they would just send me back to Fort Polk, and I know they would. Anyway. So I went to my job training at Aberdeen Proving Ground, which is in Maryland. It's like a really short walk from the Chesapeake Bay. It's really cool. Basically anything that was like repair was taught at Aberdeen Proving Ground. So like generator repair, HVAC, because there is a military job, there is an MOS that is HVAC.
I am aware of that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the water
Okay.
specialists were probably at Aberdeen Proving Ground. I don't know where the Marines did it, but I'm
Water
pretty sure for
specialists?
Army, that was at Aberdeen. Yeah. One of the other things that was at Aberdeen Proving Ground, and in the same building as mine, actually, was tow missile repair.
Okay.
And if you don't know what a tow
I don't know
missile
what a
is,
tow missile is.
TOW is an acronym because the Army loves acronyms. This
And here I thought it was like the toes on your feet.
stands for Tube Launched Optically Sighted Wire Guided. And it's basically a guided missile that is the size of one of those big concrete bollards that's in front of a building.
Okay.
So you don't drive your truck into the building. It's a missile that's the size of one
Damn.
of those that you launch out of a tube, and you basically sit behind this computer. You sit behind a camera with a bunch of computer stuff in it, and you
I'm dying both from laughing and coughing. Oh my god. What do you mean? A camera with a bunch of computer stuff tied to it. Oh, that explanation hurts my soul.
make sure that the crosshairs stay pointed on whatever you're trying to hit. And then the missile goes shooting towards the target, and
Damn.
as long as the thing is on top of it, it will impact it.
Right.
The original ones were very simple. It basically was, if I understand correctly, the original ones were basically just like a camera, and the missile itself had little flares on the back of it, and you would basically just keep those flares on top of what you're trying to hit,
Okay.
and you're
Damn.
guiding the missile towards the target. The newer ones have all kinds of really cool stuff in them. They have like a day-night sight, so they've got like infrared. They have, some of them have thermal now.
Wow.
You can see at nighttime
Technology.
with them. You can see really long distances. And they also have ranging lasers.
Okay.
The ranging laser is an infrared laser that is much more powerful than like a 5 milliwatt laser.
It's not a cat laser pointer. It's just more powerful.
No. Because like the thing with lasers is how good are the optics? How powerful is the actual laser, and how good are the optics on it? Because like if you get a little cat toy laser, you can maybe get one of those to go like 200 200 yards, maybe.
That's
Like,
quite
you
a
won't be
lot.
able to see it, but the point will go at 200 yards. And at that point, the laser has like widened out. These ones are really good lasers with really good optics on them, and you use them for seeing how far away the target is, so that as the gunner of the tow missile, you know, like, okay, well, it's this much travel time to the target, so I have to lead it by X amount or whatever. It just gives you more information.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of useful for guiding to like know how it's going to be in the future or in a bit. What are we watching? Campfire stories. What's in the corner? A dog, I think.
And more information when you are firing a giant fuck-off warhead at something is a very good thing.
Sure.
What they would do during the tow missile repair class is at several points they would take these tow missiles outside so they could see how the aiming laser works, and they would have a target that you're shining the lasers at.
Okay.
One day,
Let me guess. One of the students decided that they want to play with the laser outside of where it's supposed to go.
one of the students, while they were outside, and I guess there was like downtime, or maybe they were supposed to be working on something, and he got bored, as soldiers do, and he saw an airplane flying over. And he thought,
Oh no.
wouldn't it be funny if I were to point the tow missile launch? Now, there is no missile in it.
There's no missile in it.
There's no missile
There's
in it.
just
There
a laser.
are no missiles here.
How is the airplane supposed to know?
Wouldn't it be funny if I pointed the tow missile at the airplane and lased it to see how far away it is? Because this thing,
my God.
can legitimately range several hundred meters, or like a couple
That is
thousand meters.
crazy.
So he's just aiming this tow missile launcher
So he
at the
takes-
fire at the airplane.
Who in his right mind would say, wouldn't it be funny if I scared an airplane? Bruh.
To get a number to say how far away it is.
Basically, yeah. Points the tow missile launcher at the airplane, presses the laze button. I don't know if he actually got a distance off the thing. I want you to keep in mind, this is in 2004.
So a couple years after World Trade Center collapse, everyone's a little on edge still.
It's only 3 years after 9/11.
Everyone's still at
Jesus
code
Christ.
orange.
Yeah. Points.
Bruh. I'm just like, what a wonderful time to decide to do a oopsie. I was like, oopsie, I pointed at an aircraft.
The airplane lasers it a couple times, doesn't think anything of it. Couple hours later, there's a black Suburban parked outside of the school, and there are several people from the FBI at the school asking who was pointing missile launchers at airplanes. Because apparently, most airplanes have infrared sensors on them that can tell if something has just tried to engage a missile lock on them.
Oh my god. That is crazy, man.
Oh.
And because this was not like a little tiny
The more you
piddly
know.
Cessna flying around.
Yeah.
This was like a proper civilian airliner.
Yeah, it's carrying a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
Jesus
And because
Christ,
this is the
man.
post 9/11 days, the moment that they're sitting in the airplane, it starts going be-doo, 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 missile lock, missile lock, missile lock. It's like, oh fuck, what is happening? Why is there a military base? We are flying.
Literally got locked on by missiles several times while carrying hundreds of civilians. Oh my god. Dude, that guy, the pilot, was probably sweating, pissing their pants, being like, what the heck is happening? Like, I need to call my mom. This is the worst day of my life. Meanwhile, student being bored, going like, what does this button do? Click, 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 click.
Flying past a military base, and someone just locked a missile onto
So
us.
this Boeing 737 starts doing aileron rolls trying to
It's just like
disengage.
spinning. Yeah, you just. see,
Oh
like,
my
flares come
god.
flying. Dude got in a lot of
Jesus.
fucking trouble. A lot of trouble.
You're not supposed to aim a gun at anything you don't intend to shoot, and that includes a rocket launcher.
That includes a fucking missile launcher. Yeah. Maybe don't point missile launchers at airplanes. Probably not a good idea.
If you ever find yourself in the opportunity to do that, don't.
Dude, the more you know. Oh man, that student was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him after that. I know that he got in a lot of, because all kinds of
spanking
stories
after
go
that,
around
man.
about shit like that. Like, oh, they beat the shit out of him. Oh my god, they came here and they fucking killed him. You hear all kinds of stupid crap like that, right?
Yeah. He probably just got a mark on his.
He probably got in a lot of trouble.
He got spanked.
I know. I saw this happen. I saw the FBI show up in their fucking black Suburbans. I saw them go into the building, and I saw them leave with him, and I didn't see him anymore.
He was just gone forever.
He was gone forever. They probably killed him and dumped him in a ditch.
Oh, I like how they put stories like that, like they kill him.
No, honestly, what probably happened is they probably interrogated him. They probably scared the crap out of him. And he maybe went through job training again afterwards.
Possibly.
But
Change jobs.
He wasn't in our graduating class,
Yeah.
so
There might have actually been some jail time. I have no idea.
I don't know. I
Damn.
would like to think that there wasn't jail time because, like, dude was just being stupid. I would like to hope that they didn't send this dude to federal prison for pointing an infrared laser at an airplane. But you know what? We sent a guy to prison because he had the same fingerprints as a dude that committed a terrorist plot in a country that was thousands of miles away from him because fingerprints aren't actually all that unique.
People don't think.
I
Damn.
don't really think that, but yeah, there was a guy that
Crazy.
his fingerprints were similar enough to one of the Paris subway bombers. That
Madrid train
the
bomber.
U.S. Department of Homeland Security
Crazy.
picked him up because his fingerprints were similar enough, and then they put him in prison.
Jeez.
And he was like, "I've been in the United States. I've never been to France."
Oh, imagine being like, no, you were in France. Person never left their home, never left their town, never went abroad.
I don't even have a passport.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, don't point lasers at airplanes. It's a really bad idea. Even visible lasers, don't point them at airplanes.
Although, if you hate your teacher, the one who was teaching you weapons training, if you aimed the laser at the airplane, they could get in trouble too.
See, now you're thinking like a E4 shitbag.
I'll go down. I'm taking you with me.
Oh my god,
The amount
that's
of
so
times that,
evil.
like, I had a squad leader while I was in the army. The amount of times that like he would get so fucking mad because people would show up to formation and not shave, and then he would get in trouble for it. And
What? Wait, what? Seriously? The person had to make sure you guys shaved? Holy shit. That's insane.
it's like, he is married, he lives off base. How the fuck do you expect him to show up and treat all of these fucking like 20-something-year-olds like they're children? Make sure they shave beforehand? Fuck no.
Well, apparently yes. Apparently yes. Or at the very least, appoint someone who's scary and can scare them shitless into doing your bidding so you don't have to do it. Get an assistant.
The hell is this shit?
Delegate.
Why are you yelling at him?
And that's why there's always formations for formations, because they need to make sure you've shaved so they don't
Yep.
get in trouble.
Exactly. It's
That is so
don't join the
crazy,
army.
though.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I know
That
you
is
think
so
it's gonna be cool. I have all
crazy.
these cool, fun stories. Wow, Zach's got such a cool story about the time that someone pointed a laser at a civilian airliner. I know that it seems like it's fun, but holy shit, it sucks.
You want fun stories like this, you know where to find them.
Yes. Do you want to go wandering through a field looking for a piece of military equipment that some lieutenants decided would be a good idea to use, even though everyone told them it was a bad idea? Then join the army.
You like having to...
I love how it gets oddly specific. It's like, that one time, I will forever remember. It's etched in my mind what I had to do.
crawl around in goose poop because someone threw a cigarette on the ground?
Goose poop? Wait, what? I need someone to spill the tea on this story. What the heck?
Oh my god.
It'll happen.
Alright, kids, what did we hear at the military base today? Get off the fucking grass! Obviously, if it's an emergency, and the only thing you have is a laser, and you're trying to signal an airplane, then yeah, use the laser to signal the airplane. But, oh my god, that reminds me of the dude that cut down the power line.
Oh no, what's...
Oh, this didn't happen. I just remember hearing about this before. That there was a guy that got like lost in the woods somewhere.
Oh,
really
yeah.
far away from anybody else and didn't know where he was, and he found a set of power lines, and he basically was like, I think he followed them for quite a while and was just like, I don't know if I'm following them deeper into nowhere or if I'm following them towards civilization. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So he just went and like chopped down one of the power lines. He just like
He did
chopped down
what?
one of them, and then they sent a crew.
Bruh. What? I have no words. I'm like legit speechless. Like, what? Uh-huh. I'm so speechless that I ended up sneezing. But like, it's both smart, but also like crazy. Don't they fine you for shit like that?
Crew out there to be like, why did the power line go down? And it's basically this guy was just out there like, help me. It's like, oh man.
I don't have enough effort to keep walking. Better take this hatchet.
It does seem kind of silly now that I think about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like you take down a power line, you have the energy and power for that, but you can't move.
Let me look this up really quick.
Damn.
It was in Saskatchewan.
Oh, that is in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
The man had a unique response when he was stranded in the bush near Wollaston Lake. Far from civilization, armed with an axe, he brought down 4 power poles and waited for repairmen to find him.
4? He
4?
wasn't satisfied with 1.
One wasn't enough? Was he just bored?
He had to take down 4, huh? Maybe he wasn't lost. Maybe he just liked to do some industrial sabotage, and that was his excuse.
Maybe.
Well, thank God you find me. I've been blowing up oil wells for the last week. Come on.
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Imagine. Not just 1, but 4. Oh, yeah, that was a crazy story. Still, don't point lasers at airplanes. Lesson learned. Unless you want to visit from the feds. I'm sure you can call them easier than that, though. YouTube, that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye now. Oh, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.